Alright there YouTube, so Random Ross here. Now this is Random Reviews, where I'll just do a review out of spare the moment. I won't even plan it or anything. So today I want to review a big game franchise, Pokemon. Now I love the Pokemon series. I played since Generation 1. I never played the original games, Red and Green, but I did. The first Pokemon game I ever got was Pokemon Yellow, Pikachu edition, where it was based on the TV show, so I didn't get a choice of starters, but you do get those starters in the game. Anywho, I played Generation 2 games, Gold and Silver. Didn't play Crystal. And I started with Chikorita in Totodile on Silver, and Cyndaquil on Gold. They were good. I then didn't. Then the next lot came out for the Game Boy Advance, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Didn't play those, but then I did one Christmas get a Game Boy Advance SP and played the reboots, Pokemon Fire Red and eventually Pokemon Leaf Green. Excuse me. And I like those games. They were a reboot of the originals. They had better qualities, better graphics. And then I got Pokemon Emerald Generation 3, played that. But then after that I pretty much lost interest in the whole thing, because the games were getting... I think the games were... they were different plots, but they were similar. You'd always get a starter, fire, water or grass type, which would have at least 2 evolutions, and you'd go on tasks, battling gyms, Pokemon League, all that stuff. So I didn't really play any of the Generation 4 and 5 games. I did, however, look at them and research them and stuff. But then in 2013, when they announced Pokemon X and Y and the new starters, I thought, okay, that looks good. And then I noticed that it was the first 3D game, and that they were bringing back the original starters with Mega Evolutions. And Christmas 2013, I got... where is it? I got this one, Pokemon X. Yeah, this is good. It's one of the best Pokemon games, and it just don't go. It just completely gave it a new feel to it, a new element. So yeah, it's worth a play. This game. You can play Pokemon Y as well. I've not played Pokemon Y, but that's just the same game, and but you get the mascot that's on Pokemon Y, and what else to say? Yeah, you get Mega Charizard X on Pokemon X and Mega Charizard Y on Pokemon Y, but you can get them both on there like Mega Stones. But I'm here to mainly review this one. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire came out 2014, and excuse me, came out in November. It was a Christmas present. I got a 3DS last year as well. That's how I managed to play Pokemon X. It's available on the 2DS. 3D games are. I got a 3DS. So yeah, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. It's a reboot of the original Pokemon Sapphire. They also have Omega Ruby, which is a redo of Omega Ruby. You can, choose whichever you want, But yeah, I got this for Christmas. I played it twice, completed it twice. It is just... great. It's like you get the starters from Generation 3, either Trico, Torchic or Mudkip. I chose Mudkip. And you get them starters have Mega Evolutions. Also, you get to catch like legendary Pokemon, including the true Kyogre. Also, same again with Pokemon Ruby, I think. So yeah. Anyway, Pokemon Ruby is worth a play. When you've won the Pokemon League, after the first time, at the beginning of the Delta episode, you get a choice of Generation 2 starters. And then after you complete the Delta episode, you get a choice of Generation 5 starters. And then after winning the Pokemon League for a second time, which you will need to do if you want to get hold of a Mega Stone, you will get that. What is it? Yeah, you'll get that Mega Stone and Generation 5 stars. I've never been bothered to complete it like the third time, but I might try it, play the Pokemon League and win it for a third time. But you see, the Elite Four's Pokemon level up and they get Mega Evolutions every time you go back. Sorry, I'm full of cold. So yeah, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Again, Omega Ruby is very similar, except for you'll find Team Magma, not Team Aqua. And you get Latios on Pokemon Ruby. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, sorry. You can get Beedrill on Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Mega Pidgeot on Omega Ruby. But I'll tell you something, right? A bizarre thing happened the other week. I was playing Pokemon... Sorry. I was playing Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, and I was in the Safari Zone, because that's the only place where you can get Kakuna and Pidgeotto. And I thought I should get Kakuna. Bizarrely, I got a Pidgeotto, which I thought was odd, because I can't get it on Alpha Sapphire. I don't know what that was. Anyway, I caught the Pidgeotto and evolved it to Pidgeot. I eventually caught Kakuna. But yeah, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they're worth the play. You can even trade and stuff with Pokemon X on it. And that, so yeah, worth the money, worth the play. I also recommend X and Y. And whatever game comes out at the end of this year, I'm sure that'll be just as interesting. So please let me know what you thought of the let me know what you thought of the of the game, and that's in the comments below. And yeah, and here's a little gag for one of my mates, Daniel Linton. Pokemon X is dear, isn't it? I'm sure he's watching this. It's a little joke. I think you'll get it too, won't you? Anyhow, yeah. So, till next time, goodbye, friends. Subscribe if you want to see more. Someone took my shirt. I'll see you after this.